What a beautiful pathway, walking into the land of tropical orchid paradise. Orchids, orchids, orchids. Indeed, we've come to the right place. Rows and rows of endless orchids. This indeed is an orchid paradise for sure. Hey there everyone. Okay, so this is kind of an inclusion to my other orchid haul. I did go back to Ritter's Orchids because I'm absolutely addicted to that wonderful, lovely, magical place. And this time I took my husband and he got me some more orchids. So definitely wanted to showcase them to you and to show you some more of my orchid haul. So let's begin. Okay, so this orchid that we have right here is called an Amethyst Oh Blossom, part of the Dendrobium family. You can definitely see the cane of the Dendrobium and of course the lovely foliage coming through here. And if we take a close look at the blossom, very unique, peculiar shape of these blossoms right here. Very beautiful. As you can see, the petals and the sepals are at the very top, almost adorning the flower like a crown. And the actual lip and the throat come forth in a very pointed shape. And if we could take a closer look, you will see that lovely color of fuchsia coming through there. Very beautiful. Again, this is the Amethyst Oh Blossom. And this will actually grow rather big. And you'll see just a multitude of free-flowing, cascading blossoms as they grow older and mature. You'll see lots and lots more of these beautiful blossoms. And this one right here, folks, is a wonderful Paphiopedilum, also known as the beautiful lady slipper. And this one in particular is a yerba and a spicera cross, I think. And what the colors on the blossoms will be is a green and a white. And also you will see some magenta or fuchsia colors intertwined in that blossom as well. As you can see, folks, this is a lovely plant right here. It has already one bloom coming, and if you take a close look right here, a second bloom is also coming. And what I like most about this plant, folks, is that if you look through here, oh my, there's so many new growths in here. So many. I think I counted like 8 or 9 tiny new growths coming through. So yeah, I am so happy. And I'm hoping to get many more of these wonderful, very sophisticated, very exotic blossoms. The Paphiopedilum. So this is the second one in my collection. I'm a happy camper. Yay me! And what I love most about these flowers and this plant in general is the fact that it is so fuzzy wuzzy. Oh my, it feels like velvet. And also the stem or the spike has that same fuzzy feeling. And majority of times these Paphiopedilums just have quite a variety of textures, from bumps and the way they shine and their glossiness and the veins that show. I mean, wow, they are just so spectacular and just so unique in the way they grow and of course in the way they bloom. So definitely I am loving my Paphiopedilums, and this was on my wish list, so I get to check that off for now, because the mission never ends, folks. You guys know the mission never ends. Okay, and the one that we have right here, folks, is a Cyrtopodium paranense. I think that's how it's pronounced. I may have chopped that all up, so I am so sorry, folks. I'm hoping that's what it is, but it is quite a tongue twister. Anyways, this is not a part of the flower. This is actually a part of my blooming trumpet tree, which, by the way, since it's trying to cause some attention here, we might as well focus on that. But yeah, it is in full bloom right now. Lovely, lovely blossoms. Anyways, sorry about that, folks. I have like adult ADHD here. Focus, focus. Anyways, so I'm not going to say the plant's name again because I might chop it up even worse, but yeah, this is quite a beautiful plant. As you can see, the upward growth that it has, and this plant actually can become quite a humunga-dunga specimen. And what I love most about this plant is if we take a close look at the way that the stem or the cane is, it actually looks like a braided ponytail. I just thought that was just a interesting attribute that this plant has. And when this plant blooms, it is quite spectacular for the fact that it blooms in a spike that just sprawls everywhere and just blossoms here, there, and everywhere. And this particular variety actually blooms in a yellow blossom. Also may have some spottings of orange and perhaps a tinge on the throat that will show as orange. But the majority of the flower on this one in particular is yellow. Again, this is a beautiful plant, definitely striking in its cane and also striking in its foliage, which is really kind of like a palm shape, very tropical. And what I love most about this is I have quite a starter plant, because as you can see here, there's this one growth coming up and also a second one right here. So definitely we'll make a good start to this plant right here, and I don't think it's of blooming size quite yet, but hopefully next season, probably next spring, it'll be ready to bloom. Yes, very happy to have this very nice, very tropical type of plant right here. And last on our list here, last but definitely not least, this is the Dendrobium Anton Needham. And I showed you guys before my Dendrobium Blue Twinkle, that spatulata variety, also the antelope variety. Well, here is yet another one. And folks, I believe this is even more spectacular than the Dendrobium Blue Twinkle, for the simple fact that when these bloom out, the blossoms are a little bit larger, and they definitely have two shaped petals that come up in a winding, twisty way, and they definitely mimic an antelope's horn. So I'm very, very excited to see this blossomed, or the multitude of blossoms that will come from here. And as you can see, I'm very excited because you see one spike, two spike, and also the third spike. And if we take a very close look, because right here is yet another spike. So yeah, I'm a very happy camper on this one, and definitely will keep you in tune with the type of blossom this gives, because it should be an amazing display. And also definitely a great starter plant as well, because as you can see here, they also have two new growths, which are keikis, babies coming from the base. So that is going to be wonderful to have two new plants in here as well. And again, just can't wait for this to bloom. And of course, this right here is a bamboo orchid, which Mr. Tom Ritter gave me this one for free as well. So this is my second freebie bamboo orchid. And although these leaves look somewhat grassy or maybe even like a weed, the blossoms definitely do not. They are beautiful orchids, so definitely cannot wait to see those blooms either. So this is my second orchid haul here, and I'm very, very happy. I am like a Tom Ritter's fan right here, folks. And that's where I'm going to be getting a lot of my orchids. I indeed intend to eventually start putting some of my orchids in shows, so definitely going to start getting all of my orchids from there. Well, I'm not going to say all, because I just love orchids all together. It doesn't matter where I get them from, and it doesn't matter if they're clones or, you know, if they're divisions or if they're actual seedlings. Folks, I just love orchids. I don't really collect them for the science, but instead I collect them for the love. But if and when I do decide to do orchid shows, I definitely want to make sure I know what I have, and definitely want to have a better chance of perhaps even winning a show or two. You never know, folks. Anyways, that is my orchid haul, and I thank you so much for joining me on this adventure to see Mr. Tom Ritter and Miss Linda Ritter at Tom Ritter's Orchids. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, and this has been Maria Young reporting live for Here, There, and Everywhere, continuing to search for orchids day and night. The mission never ends, folks. The mission never ends. Da 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 da.